today. It's Madden NFL football. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest three-game win streak. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their first-year quarterback, taken in the 3rd round of this past April's draft.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jones breaking from the contact. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly,
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Down the right sideline, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
Here's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance. And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Cardinals at 9-1 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. From the 43, here's second and a couple. Mixing up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, this defense for the Cardinals very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. He completes it to Hunter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Sam Williams bringing him down that time. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here comes third down and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Lawrence got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Open man is Myers. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Lawrence. And it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Hunter. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
2nd down and 8. On the counter, it's Connor. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
They bring pressure there on third down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
On 4th and 1, he'll drop back. And he'll be tackled at the 45. Following a gain of just 2. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw here. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Knight on the handoff, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9 now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Good job.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hunter. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Lawrence will throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange. The tackle. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That ball caught by Harrison. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., 55 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Mixon on the draw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now Lawrence on first down. This ball caught by Strange. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Lawrence going to throw again. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Michael Pittman up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. J.J. McCarthy with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. 2 touchdowns there for Bijan Robinson.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Dancing to his left. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Harrison. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That one a first down pickup of 8. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Hunter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running left, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Lawrence. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Again, it's Mixon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Connor up the middle. And shedding through the tackle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a handoff to Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They run behind center with fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right, from the 20.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Myers.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And quickly they get to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
A short throw there to Strange.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, It's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's second down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about it.
Under pressure, they got him again. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go, gotta have it, Lawrence.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Brenton Strange.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And now they're in the hurry-up. They're going to look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this is what it's been like all game long. Guys running free in the middle of the field. This defense has just had no answer for this passing game. And that's another good hook up there.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
A gain there of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like... that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And now out come the Jags.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. And that one too wide and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot now for Lawrence. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Arizona,
They get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we